Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Rocket Lab, ticker symbol RKLB. And so in this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm basically just going to go over a breakdown of why I do think that Rocket Lab is currently topping and where I think it might be pulling back to, which could be a good dip buying or dollar cost averaging into level or levels before it starts to move higher. And so I do have all of the levels marked on the chart, and I'm just going to do a little breakdown of, basically why I'm arriving at this conclusion. And I should note that I am recording this during market hours on Friday, March 8th, and the current price is right around $4.45. And so basically the breakdown is based on a series of Fibonacci retracements, a parallel that you can see here with these white lines, and then a few levels that do stand out to me. Excluding this orange one down here, I'm just going to delete that. And so, yeah, so looking at these levels, the lines that I have drawn up here, basically this parallel channel is based on these three touch points that you can see highlighted by the blue circles. One being the low that was hit on February 1st, the other pivot point being the low that was hit on February 28th, and then the high was based on this local high here that was hit on February 20th. And then also I do have this yellow line drawn here at $4.34. I've gone over that in previous videos, and that is really just based on this low that was hit right before this gap up. And so I do think that is a significant level. And then I do also have these two lines marked at $5 with purple and $4 marked by red. And so that's basically the range that I think that the price is trading in. I do think that it could be breaking lower than that or breaking higher than that. And so that's kind of the threshold that I'm working with. But yeah, I'm just going to take you through the levels and, my justification for why they're significant, because my goal with this channel is to be improving my trading, for this to serve as a trading journal. But yeah, so I'm just going to walk you through my breakdown because it's helpful for me and I hope it's helpful for you. And so here with this red retracement, I just have that drawn from the high that was hit on February 20th coming down to the low hit on February 28th. And the level that stands out to me from that, it's kind of hard to read because it's marked in red here, but that is the 618 at a price of right around $4.72. And following that drawdown, the price did retrace to the 618, approximately going a little bit higher, but orders would have been filled there at $4.72. So I do think that's compelling. That would have been a nice swing trade. Okay, and so from that, we do have the retracement going from that low up to the high that was at $4.81, and price did drop down to the 786 at a price of $4.26. Dip below that on, let's see, on multiple days, because on March 6th, the low was $4.26. So I do find that interesting. That could have been another, good swing trade plan, selling up here and then waiting for the dip at $4.26. So, I find that pretty interesting. And then now getting, into some more levels with this yellow retracement here, we did, as I mentioned, pull back to that 786 with a dip going down to a price of $4.17 on March 5th. And so from that, I'm just curious where price might be topping out at. And so we haven't necessarily topped out because we're still potentially going up, although I do think that we have topped. And so two levels that could be, informing on what that top is, I do have marked here, which is the 50% retracement at $4.49. That would suggest that we already have topped. And then also the 618, which would be at a price of $4.56.6, suggesting that we have not yet topped. But, considering that, if we were to hypothetically just assume that we do top at $4.56.6, I have done this white retracement to kind of inform on levels that we might be pulling back to. And so from that, it does look like, let's see, that the 618 is at a price of $4.32.1. That does seem to coincide with $4.34, which does stand out to me as a significant level. And then also from this yellow retracement, the 236 is exactly at $4.32.1, the same as the 618, and that could just be because I did just base this on the hypothetical top that we have not yet hit. But so with that, I do think that $4.32, maybe $4.33 or 35 cents could be a really good dip buying opportunity, as it does look like we are putting topping signals in on Friday at the end of the week. And so I'm thinking that, today is potentially a good day to have trimmed or be trimming up here, being able to or planning to buy back those shares at around $4.32 to 35 cents. But if that level does not hold, if we do continue down further, I think that the 786 at a price of $4.25.5 could be another dip buying opportunity. And that does coincide with the 786 from the orange retracement at a price of $4.26. So I think the confluence of those levels is pretty interesting. And that could also coincide with retesting this uptrending parallel channel, the base of that channel. And then that would also coincide with the price making higher lows, which it has been doing. And so I do think that the range from like $4.25 up to $4.35 could be nice levels to be dip buying or averaging into or reestablishing a position. And so basically, I'm viewing $4.33 as a good level to start averaging back in, with the expectation that price won't be going lower than $4.25. But if it does, and it does start to test the bottom of this channel, I could see price going down to, $4.17, potentially having a wick down to that level, which could be a wick below the channel. But if we start to get multiple closes below that channel, multiple closes below 425, I could see price revisiting $4.11 again, or potentially $4. I also do have these levels outside of this range that price could be going to. If we do start to break down below $4.17, I could see price potentially going to this 1618 extension below $4, right around a price of $3.93. And so if we do break below 417, I would think that's a good stop loss level to then buy back right around $3.93. But if we do respect 417, if we do respect 425 or 433, 435, I think price could be going up to $5.21, right around there, based on the 1618 extension from this yellow Fibonacci, and that is at a price of $5.20.6, so the range of $5.20 to $5.21. So I do think that if we do pull back to, let's say that maybe orders are not able to be filled at 417 because it's just a wick down to that level, it's very quick. So let's say we do pull back to right around $4.26. If from there we then break out and get up to $5.20, right around there, that is a potential 22% swing. And so I'm pretty interested in that. And, while I do have a lot of conviction in Rocket Lab and also, making these videos, but I've been enjoying the community and stuff here, I am really interested in getting better at swing trading. And so I view this as being a pretty interesting swing trading opportunity. Price might go lower, and so I am prepared for that with, 417 kind of being my threshold for the bottom, and then potentially buying back in at 393. And then if 417 is not hit, I could then be accumulating a good amount of shares down to about 425 with that swing up to 520. If 520 is not hit, maybe we start to see some weakness around 481. Let's see. That's still a pretty good swing trade, more than 10%. So I'm compelled by that. And yeah, so I just wanted to lay that out for you guys and also really just lay that out for myself to navigate this chart and just try to get better at identifying the levels that do stand out as having acted as historical either resistance or support, and then make moves on those moving forward, kind of, evaluating the chart and the highs that it might get to before pulling back. And if I do, let's say, adjust this to the high that we hit today. And so, if that is the hypothetical level, that 786 or that 618 looks like it would bring price to right around $4.25 to $4.31. So within that range, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's a really good dip buying opportunity before a potential swing up to 481 or 520. And so, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.